Okay. So what order am I supposed to light these candles? Did it crash? I don't. I don't get it. I don't know why it crashes so often. I just know I hate it. Just makes me not want to stream. Stop the dig. Missionaries have been granted the destroy one of England's most important ancient monuments in the name of archaeology. And Morris has been given the go-ahead to rip out the ancient stone circle and burial, rather than Barrow Hill, including the outer circle and the stone row, in pursuit of the archaeological glory. Despite claims that the investigation will preserve many finds and the site as a protected monument, Morse is no more than a self-righteous treasure hunter. The area has never been disturbed before and should not be left in its natural state, not dissected and not under microscope. The excavation is already underway, and your support is needed to save as much of the site from desecration as possible. The archaeologists must be stopped. Join the protest on Barrow Hill and send your letters of complaint to your local council and county heritage representative. Cool. Whatever. A few feet behind the gas station. You know it. Sweet. Nice driving. What a drunk. Coming for me, I heard the sentry crashing through the undergrowth. It knows where I am. It knows I tried to flee. It am trapped here. There is little time left for me. Why didn't I listen more closely to the whispers? Were they a warning or an instruction? Were they the voices from the ghosts of the past? I thought I was going to understand the ancient monument, yet now I know I was just stumbling about in darkness. If only I had known what we were about to disturb when we opened the barrow. When I disturbed the barrow! He has been waiting for so long, waiting to be awoken once more. His hunter approaches. My time is almost over. Cool. Excavation. Wow. They were very thorough with their message writing skills. Guess who's stuck again? This guy. Wee, a swing. Hmm. Can I borrow a feeling? Wait, what? How did I, what? How did I wind up down here? Oh, Huh, lights going out. Time for some scaries. The only the greatest sedan with license plate GYHJBU. Be aware that you've left your lights on. Some scaries. Oh, somebody's gonna be there when I light up my lantern. Really? A rock? Really? Yeah, touch the rock. Touch it. What's going on? I did meet the rock. I guess I'm not supposed to touch it, but I can't stop touching the rock. It sure was. Can I blue crayon the rock? No. Why do you keep touching it? I didn't even touch it that time. He's just like, you know what? This seems like a good idea. The third time. do I do I turn around? Bright eyes? I can't believe it's a rock. It begs to be. It's so smut. What order am I supposed to light these candles? This tells me nothing. If I'm not here to grope random mystical death rocks, what am I even doing? That's what I'm saying. Oops. Oh, I have a phone now, apparently. PDA. Oh, remote cameras. Okay. The four remote cameras will allow me to keep watch over the dig site. I have to guard the circle while these protesters are about. My dreams are filled with images, yet when I awake, confusion descends upon me, and the clarity is gone. The whispers on the wind. I followed their instruction. Nobody else knows what I've done.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Thank you. Nobody else knows what I've done. What have I set free? What was I thinking? I know now what I have released. There is so much more I have to explain. I'm staying at room 3 at the service station motel. I must not forget my motel door code. 595. I have a phone. Ends up watching YouTube for hours. Pretty much. I can break into the motel room. A lead. Hope I can set up a hot date with the Rock in this room. Oops. That seems normal. Mm, Brand Barrow. Ah, crap. Lord, it don't come easy. He sees us as vermin, a disease now eating away creation, his country. Like a plague, we rip the goodness from the earth and replace it with only the excrement of our existence. 7:15. Why must I suffer these fools? Why must he hunger beneath? Archaeology is not about the destruction. The idiots who call themselves protesters are damaging what we seek to understand. The science and knowledge of we can uncover it's vital for the future. To understand and appreciate is a gift these vandals lack and the newfound expressions of self-invented worth. The centuries guard his resting place, honored over time, to please them, yet forgotten. Now they stand alone, decaying, forgotten, clouded in myth, and no purpose. An age has passed since they judged the offerings. I will honor him. What am I saying? I am a man of science. Yet to understand one must explore the possibilities. Myth and legend often stem from a truth. True tales told over time become the fables we hear today. I want to read shower notes. Oh boy. I am a man of science. Why don't we listen? The message was left embedded in our very souls. He was one of many, and those like him feel the pain we inflict. Taking what was once good and pure and miraculous, we abuse it and the trust he granted us. The soil is rich with energy. The lines are clear to me. The seal is cracking. The future open. I see. What am I saying? In fever, I wrote drivel that makes no sense. If it were not my handwriting, and my own hand, which holds the pen, I would never believe it. September 11th. He lays waiting, watching us in a forgotten cage that has become his prison. His temple is forgotten. Soon he will send forth his hounds and begin the hunt again. The geophysical survey has arrived. It's a fabulous development in the archaeological toolkit to be able to create an image through the ground beneath our feet by compositing all data taken by magnetic and radio probing of the very earth we are to excavate. The imagery will take some time to interpret, but I have no doubt that secrets lay hidden amongst the digital mess. What lies beneath the barrow still remains to be discovered. Yay. Just shower, dummy.
July 28th. Progress with the dig goes well, despite the recent arrival of protesters. They have been causing havoc in the night, stealing and breaking much of our equipment. Strangely, they decided not to touch the one already broken thing, that laughable GPS unit. I have fixed up some wireless cameras and configured my PDA, allowing me to easily watch the dig site. Now that we have verified the stones have been standing for such a long time, I'm looking forward to uncovering what lies forgotten. September 21st. I returned to the trench in the Barrow this evening, out of the prying eyes of my assistant. I knew today that we had excavated within layers of something. I dug further and found 2 artifact fragments at the bottom of the trench. Then the voices of my nightmares in my mind. I have taken the artifacts, pieces of a seal, a key, and hidden them away. No one will find them now. I have scattered them. The voices told me no one will know what they are or where they came from. That nearby ruin continues to sink into the swamp. One of those artifacts will be very well hidden. What is going on? I found myself standing by the altar stone, pages of my study notes scattered around me, charred and ruined. How can this be? I no longer feel in my right mind. I have hidden one of the artifact fragments close by, under my own watchful gaze. Why am I compelled to do these things? What force is driving me? I feel as though I've lost control. I made a note of the artifact's position before my mind fully cleared, and I forgot once more. I awoke as if from a daydream, yet it was nightmarish. In my hand were pages of gibberish and strange scribbled drawings. The stones call to me, and yet I can't hear the words clearly. What is it they need? What offerings do they ask me to bring them? It's alive and watching. It sees all. It's slumbered for centuries, waiting to be awoken once more to judge. A sentinel from ancient times. The stones are its guardians and protectors. The broken key, the seal I removed. Now the sentry begins the hunt. What have I done? What have I done? July 28th.
Okay. Oops, did I delete them all?
July 28th. Progress with the...
This might be a look up a lot of stuff type of game, with how slow going this is and how unclear it is. Oops, did I delete them all? No? Can I? I have it. I have uncovered the seal. It is shattered in fragments. The bronze is muddied and dull, but the pattern is clear. No one should have it. With the artifact removed from the Barrow, he will be free once more. No one will be left. We will all be judged. It is too late. We have forgotten the offerings, and now his hunters gather, closing in for the final judgment. I fight the calling. The whispers call me up the hill. What have I done? The madness burns inside my mind. I have dishonored him. I believed I was performing a great task, but it was revealed as pure folly. The 2 pieces of the broken seal are now scattered about the hill, and without them he will not rest again. I hid one of the 2 artifact fragments here at the service station, should it be needed. I made a note of its position. It is the one and only place that the GPS device appears to work. 2778.446 by 7854.445. Dang device. Even so, these coordinates are hopelessly inaccurate. At least a stupid machine is consistent. If only I could understand what was needed to heal the pain, to complete the ceremony. What could the offerings be? Can my research shed light on the dark task? I fear the knowledge may be lost centuries ago. There is no hope. I must get away. I must get away now. The hunter is coming. The master's servant deals death and destruction. The woods are not safe. I must leave the hill before it is too late. Yak, yak, yak. Just a ray of sunshine. Yeah, there is. Let's see. With the latest Zephyr geodetic antenna mounted upon the lightweight ranging pole, plotting with the GPS, has never been easier. An N7500 receiver attached to the base of the pole also holds over 7 hours of battery power. The cradle arm while carries the GPS unit whilst maintaining the charge of the removable hand unit. The lightweight GPS handheld unit can be used independently from the main system. Once disconnected from the cradle, the unit continues to provide limited position information. So this is the PDA. System start power. Pretty Mary Sunshine is alright by me. Let's go backwards and destroy the past. We gonna save again. Actually, I think I will be right back real quick, like, because I want to get some water. and back. Thank you for the welcome backs. Hope everybody's doing well. I don't know why I thought there'd be anything there. Ah, okay. Neighbor Phil's dinner at motel room number 2 tonight at 6:30. He said he'd be out on his evening rounds at the dig site, so just leave it for him when he gets back. Then we get the lock. I set to 412. Remember the minus and hashtag keys reset the lock. Okay, let's check out door number 2.
Hey, Bob, you're looking good these days. My hair's starting to thin, whereas time's not caught up with you. Well, Jim, it's all down to my new shampoo. It brings my hair back to life and makes me feel more
An article about the dig in the newspaper today. It condemns those working on it and anybody supporting it. So not a positive, small cheap article. Even so, if you know there's some fanatical people out there. Even so, you know there are some fanatical people out there. They oppose the idea that archaeological investigations, a small site like Barrow Hill, is bound to upset them, especially those based down in Cornwall. They think the county is an island cut off from the rest of us. The article has the usual big mouth quotes and some ridiculous talk of evil tidings. What are those people like? What are these people like? Be careful. You know how obsessive some people can be, especially this site. Especially this site is hopefully this site is secure. And Conrad knows his enemies. Yeah, hopefully. A spade is a spade is a spade is a spade. Okay, Jim.
There's a place for you at Saltpine Bingo. Games start every half hour and fantastic prizes.
This is 1224. What will your latest horoscope?
And this is Emma Harry, back on the air again after that power cut. I'll be your nightlight till around about 1 o'clock, so long as we don't have any more power outs. I've braved outside to fire up the generator and I'm up and running under my own steam. Hi tonight at the BHR station, alone here on Barrow Hill. Though I could swear I saw someone up here with me a moment ago. With a little bit less daylight this time of year, you can imagine anything in that ever-increasing darkness. Why not give me a call and say hello on 585? And in case you've forgotten, it's the autumn equinox, the beginning of autumn. or for those from across the pond, the beginning of fall. And while the daylight hours are dwindling, there's a Harvest Festival celebration tomorrow down by the harbour. But if you're so excited you can't sleep, well, stay up with me and I'll figure out some way to keep you occupied.
Okay.
Why not give me a call here at BHR on 585? This is Emma Harry, keeping you up through the night.
A great day out for the entire family awaits you. Everybody will find an interest at Antiques Adventureland. The tea rooms are open every day of the week. Goodbye.
More music on top of the world. BHR 15.3.
Oh, you asked me to call you? You like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie?
I searched a long time for this one. I hope you remember it.
Nope. Thanks for the letter. It's been a long time since we spoke. I know, but there's comfort in knowing you were scrutinizing our findings. Reporting the soil samples from our trenches arrived yesterday. Conrad deep in the details. I haven't had a chance to read it out yet. Conrad wanted a full survey of the hill, including the outer circle using GPS, but the machine seems broken. Instead, we have opened up an explorative trench in the mound of the Barrow in the center of the circle. The geophysical survey suggests we might have some interesting finds. I'll keep you posted. Conrad has become more fixated with the site than the protesters, the hippies who arrived recently. They have been hiding and stealing things in the night. We resorted to hiding our stuff in an empty motel room. It's a pain, but necessary. I noticed Conrad had been sipping a little more than usual from his hip flask of whiskey. He's all worked up tonight after losing the dang thing. We were digging a new trench at the time. He's gone out again to look for it. It's a strange devotion. Hang on. Weird, Lucy. Hey, listen. Something very strange going on here. At first I thought it was my imagination. I'll tell you more in person. Pete.
Give me a call on 585. I searched a long time for this one. I hope you remember it.
Have you tried the latest in dental care products? Why not pick up a tube
Oh,
of
boy.
ginger toothpaste? It's guaranteed to freshen your breath.
Okay, here we go. Why am I getting puck clock vibes? I don't know. Why are you? Just because there's a radio? What a day. I've just been given the opportunity to join Conrad Morse's excavation at the scheduled ancient monument known as Barrow Hill. I have begun this journal to keep track of information regarding the project. Professor Morse has personally funded the dig, and is providing a more than generous wage. The funds will allow me to investigate other sites I've been dying to get my trial into. I'm surprised that permission to dig the site has been granted. The initial document submitted by Conrad suggests the Barrow has been left undisturbed from ancient times. The stones are still standing and very impressive from the images I have seen. They are all unique with individual shapes and character. Barrow Hill has so far been kept out of tourist eye, and even local people avoid the area. I hope this means the dig goes uninterrupted. Conrad's timetable for the dig arrived this morning. His objectives are clearly set out. Our first task will be to establish authentication of the stone circle by digging a test pit trench around each stone. Any finds will be recovered and soil samples collected from each strata. All collection will be initially examined before being shipped off for detailed scientific investigation, photography, and conservation, which Mr. Morse tells me is already arranged. He has already arranged. The trenches will need to be recovered almost immediately, as members of the public could turn up at any moment. Thankfully, starring the soil and turf is not a problem. I had another letter from Professor Morse. She's been keen to begin work on the site, and has asked me to join him in Cornwall. I shall leave later this week and meet Conrad at the small branch line train station known as Witchwood. I can't wait! The Barrow Hill site is amazing and unspoilt, with exception to the service station that will be home for the upcoming months. And the equipment is unpacked and ready. There are some friendly staff here at the service station. They seem pleased to have guests staying. I have the feeling this area doesn't get many visitors. Tomorrow we begin our first test to establish the site's authenticity. We will begin with the circle around the apparent barrow. The barrow does seem rather small, no doubt more lies beneath. The concentration of ancient monuments here at Barrow Hill is astounding. How they have survived over the centuries is a mystery to me. Conrad has already had the top of the hill surveyed by a geophysics team. They will process the data and send us the results soon. I still find geophysical surveys an amazing asset. To be able to look through the earth and see what is below using radar and magnetic signals. The interpretation will be interesting, but nothing is quite like revealing the past layer by layer. I look forward to putting my trowel to use. Shakespeare lines will know. It's true. Hope people's Mondays went well. I don't think this game is particularly exciting or interesting, considering I guess the main bad thing is a rock that just kills me. I finally began digging up on the hill. I began the first test pit around the small stone known as Melka. It stands second to the left as you enter the circle by the information board. The stone is evidently in its original position. I have found a small broken pot. After initial study, I packed it up with its contents of soil, ready to send off for further study. What could have been contained inside the pot? We speculate that the pot is a later addition to the site. It looks too small to have been a burial cremation. Maybe it was an offering? Connor has been digging test pit number 2 on the exact opposite side of the circle, a stone known as Garvrock. It looks a little like a person with the hands on their hips, in fact. Most of the stones look like one thing or another. No wonder there are so many stories about the circle in these parts. The soil conditions here are good for preserving finds. I've dug around Baligo stone, pit number 3 today. It's the first stone on the left of the entrance. According to the service station notice board, it's amazing. A total of 3 pots have been recovered, one in front of each stone excavated. So far, 2 are almost intact. The other is broken into fragments. It looks like the pots must have some ritual significance rather than burial. But what that ritual was may be lost to the corridor of time. The weather has been very kind during the day, but the nights have a cold chill about them. When the sun goes down, it plunges the air in total darkness. I've been digging pit number 4 around Dolment Stone. Another pot is slowly emerging. I hope to lift it tomorrow to the safety of the finds tray. Conrad has been looking around the outer circle these last few days. He says he is trying to understand the possible purpose of the site. He didn't visit the circle at all today. I saw him slipping away at his hip flask near the altar stone deeper in the woods. Conrad has been helping me excavate around the hammerstone. We dug a larger trench this time, number 5, Mambo number 5, and took further soil samples for analysis. We uncovered another broken pot in the process. That's 5 pots now. Conrad has become a little less chatty. I guess his mind is busy working on ideas. It feels a little lonely here. The staff of the service station are nice, but simple. One girl, Maggie, is studying at night school and hopes to go to university. At least she has some ambition to do more than serve chips. No matter how deep I dig, it's still no sign of the hammerstone's base. Conrad said to leave the trench for now and move on to the Caliche stone. I have begun trench 6 to the right of the entrance, and next to the stone known as Gavrock, I've backfilled the trench like we did with the others. The site still looks as it did before once the turf is replaced. You wouldn't even know we'd been there. While continuing my excavations at the Caliche stone, Conrad began trench pit number 7 around the tallest stone. It stands toward the rear of the circle as you approach the center. I wonder about the origin of the stone's name. Conrad's current excavation is around Heinrich, which we are told it is known as. I found a bunch of fern leaves attached to my motel room door. No doubt someone thought it was funny. Actually, it looked quite nice. Conrad is working around other areas of the site, leaving me to work on the trenches. He asked me additionally to look at the outline menhir, known as the Sentry Stone. He was quite insistent. I have left the other trenches whilst I do that. Okay. I've dug deep to what seems to be the base of the Sentry Stone. There was no dramatic finds, unlike the stones in the circle. I think I saw some small charcoal-like lumps in the soil. I sent the sample to be looked at under the microscope. Conrad's locked himself away in the motel. I assume he's had some bad news. He's often writing away in his journal. He is funny. He carries around his PDA and modern gadgets, but scribbles in an old notebook. I guess he can afford to be eccentric. This morning we discovered the trench pits had been refilled. We had lifted the turf as always and stacked it ready to be placed back. However, this morning it was all relayed neatly, almost as if the ground had not been disturbed. Some tools were found broken in undergrowth. Somebody doesn't want us here and is messing with the excavation. Conrad has left his jeep, saying he will return with some remote cameras that will allow us to watch the site after nightfall. Hope he returns soon, even in his increasingly reserved state. It's nice to have company. Conrad and I have been busy surveying the outer area. Yet again, this time we tried to use GPS system to plot the shape of the land. I fear the machine is broken, as the signal here is erratic. We won't be able to get the digital map Conrad wanted. I will have to draw up our own plans. We've heard from the lab. The report on our dig finds have arrived, and I'm surprised to read who was working at the other end. I haven't seen Lucci in a long time. If things had been different back then. Memories. Received another letter from Lucy. She hopes to visit Barrow Hill. That would be nice. She'd also get a chance to see the site for herself. I spent a few hours with this afternoon visiting our neighbor, the local radio station BHR, broadcasting another side of Barrow Hill. Despite the area being returned to its marsh-like habitat, Miss Harry seems to be making the best of the situation. I think she has plans to run the place as a wetland center. Well, she gave me a bundle of bumper stickers and flyers. I guess I will have to listen to her show. Finally found my journal. Time for a long overdue update. I have no idea why it was vanished. Why it vanished? Stolen? During the night, the dig equipment was scattered around the area, and the tent was half knocked to the ground. There have been some protests recently, which haven't helped matters. They are doing more damage to the site than our archaeology ever could. George, the manager of the service station, has allowed us to use the empty motel room to store some of our equipment to protect it. The room has only just been decorated, so I promised that there would be no muddy spades and boots. He sent Ben over to help us move the equipment. Protesters are vandals. Rain, rain, rain. I think Conrad had been singing in his room. I've heard some strange noises at night, not helped by blasted wind chimes nearby. Ha! Perhaps he was singing along to them. The rain has just let up. The nearby well was overflowing today. I shall have to look up more details about the well and the legend of Saint Annika. Something is inscribed on a slab, which is erected outside the entrance, but it isn't clear enough to read. Other wells I've visited have usually developed a pagan myth or legend, later to be associated with a Christian saint. Wells are often reused ancient religious or pagan sites. Tomorrow we'll begin phase 2 of the dig. We're going to start at first light to give ourselves a longer day. The aim is to authenticate and perhaps date the Barrow itself. Exciting times. This will be the first exploratory trench to open up the mound. Sometimes I wonder if we're doing the right thing, but Conrad's enthusiasm is persuasive. What we find will help us protect the site in the future, but I still have a strong sense of unease. I'm bound to be busy over the coming weeks. The dig has been an adventure, and phase 2 will take it to a whole new level. In fact, it'll be a level below. Cool. I thought something useful would be told me there. Would be told to me there, but nothing useful. What's the point of this phone? Ready, am I doing well? I don't even know. I'm finding things here and there, but I don't... I always think Terror is doing well. Think. I appreciate that. It's not like you tapped into a guy on the phone with someone he's paying. There's gotta be a way to turn on the kitchen lights, right? Hmm. I hate how there's so many screens where there's really no point to even have them. I just figured out Blue's Clues, I guess. Fly.
Ahoy, mateys! This is BHR. It's Emma Harry beaming a signal across the sea from the crew and the Jolly Sailor. Fishing 15 miles out tonight. Here's a warm hello and keep a watch out for any dark clouds heading in from the west. I haven't rechecked with the weatherman just yet, so I can't say for sure about that rain. But there's a bright moon in the sky and a gentle breeze. You can almost smell that equinox. Quiet, Wincy. I'm Emma Harry, and if you don't have anything to do right now, I'll be right here playing music all through the witching hour till about 1 o'clock. Wincy's here to keep me company, grinning like a Cheshire cat, and I'm here to keep you company. We've got a caller on the line. Hello, you're live on air at BHR.
Get away! Get away! No! No! Save me! You've got to get me out of here!
I know this
It's
voice.
here! I saw it from the window! It got them and it's after me too!
Ben.
It got all of them! We're the only ones left! You've got to run! Run, don't you see?
Ben,
He woke something
is
up.
that you?
It's here and it's hungry.
Thank you for the bless.
They're all true.
Are you
People
messing
have
about?
vanished here, been taken for him, taken to it by his own army. They could be anywhere.
Thank you again.
He controls it all. The rocks,
What's going
the
on?
feeding. I thought I was safe, but I'm not. It's only a matter of time. Get me out. Let me out. It will hear me.
That's a little strange. I hope that was a joke. I'll try and give him a call back. If there are any other late night listeners who want to give me a call, the number, as always, is 585-21. I've got some more music for the rest of you and a few nice surprises coming up. Not least our usual book at bedtime. For those who need to catch up, the Mad Hatter expects you at the tea party. Before that, I'll be ready to check in with the weatherman. In the meantime, relax.
Stop trying to get me to hit on you, radio lady. Okay, it could be murder. Do not kill your customers. Listen, if I want to kill my customers, I can. Guess I need those. Thank you for the experience. Ooh, 1 egg cup. I'll just take all 6. That seems to be my attitude. Well, that's good. They're all the way over here. Have I missed all these items here?
Give me a call on 585. I searched a long time for this one. I hope you remember it.
Come along and join us all at the newly refurbished Celtic Corner, with our extended voodoo, necromancer, and mediumship accessories.
Wow!
The latest in witchcraft fashions. Why not
Witchcraft?
come along to our stall in St. Awful and pick up a
I
perfect
love
gift
it.
for you or a loved one? And if you're really good, we'll let you have one of our special pullali.
Yay! I don't know what you said, but I want one. Or 5.
From the top of the world, fabulous Barrow Hill Radio.
Guess I'm taking the egg basket too.
Late night listeners out there.
I don't know why I'm taking it, but I'm taking it. Oh, trash. No, that's trash. Wait, what? Wait, what? Well, why was I able to do that? Okay. Let go of my egg basket. Punk. Let's see here.
Give me a call on 585. I've got 4 in a row coming up for you, right here on BHR.
Join Charlie Cow down at the self-service carrot farm. Pick your favourite root vegetables fresh from the earth whilst Charlie entertains you. Follow the day glow direction signs from St. Awful. Open weekends. See you soon, carrot fans.